Guys, so here's Frog. He's, got some of his water. I've been spraying down the tank, but just an update on how everything's doing with it. Just an overview of him really is Pacman frogs are really easy to keep. I thought it was gonna be way harder. I always think into things a little more than what they should be, but everybody does at some point with something. So, he's doing good. I got everything I need for him. I'll make over everything you need for him. So, basically, just his natural cage setup. So, basically, what's going on with him is, he's chilling right there. He likes to be out in the open a little more. I think the ground gets a little bit too hot for him because I did buy him a heat mat. I can't show that to you, but the wire does go back there, and I got him a 5 to 10. It seems to be significant for him. He loves it, so, I haven't checked the temperature of the other side, but I will be doing it. The thermometer or temperature gauge is right there. You can't really see it, but it's a zoom in temperature gauge. I can see it a little better, but set at 73. Well, not set there, but that's what the temperature is over here. Perfect for him. So, this is basically his little area just to hide. He likes it out in the open a little bit more. Humidity is around 80 where it should be. 80 to 70, 60 usually at the lowest. So, that's pretty good with him. His water bowl is a little low. It evaporates quick, but yeah, I got his water bowl, and basically that's all I got him was the thermometer, that, and some crickets. And I got a new thing for the crickets. I got his bin, his Sterilite modular drawers. So it's just a single drawer. It's at the first shelf as you go into Walmart. They're like crystal clear, so that's really good. And the crickets can't claw up them. So, unless you work all day and you just don't have time for this, I don't see the point of buying a cricket keeper and having more losses versus buying one of these that are cheaper and everything. So, this is the crickets. I drill some hose in it. If you just don't have time to drill hose in it, that's a must. So I guess you just have to buy a cricket keeper, but it's much more cheaper, dude. It's like $10 for this. The bedding I already had for my hamster. If you can't get that, then it's like, you don't even have to have bedding, but the bedding is just aesthetics and just, they enjoy it a little bit more, and it's like $3 a bag, so, and it could be any kind, because they don't get mites, but that's there's actually 2 little crickets over there feeding. I got them a sandbox to lay eggs and bury their eggs. They got their pipes. We have a few more added to it. I went over the drawer for you guys, but they will not hop out because really they can't really jump that high. And the walls are so slick they cannot climb it. So, but in here I got some fish tank filter sponge cut up just out of an old filter. And I spray water in that for water source. Dog food crushed up. And some rotten carrots in there pretty much. There's their sandbox and their tubes. I don't know if I'll show. Yeah, but you can see them. They're all in there. Make sure you don't crawl up my hand. But yeah, that one's going crazy. But yeah, that's their house. So yeah, that's all the crickets. Just little Tupperware box closes up. It's pretty much flush with the roof. They can't get out through that, so no worries there. They get plenty of air circulation, and I'm just much happier with this. And you don't barely hear them, so way, way, way more happier with this setup. So look into one of them. $10, $3 for the bedding. If you're into fish tanks, you must have to be if you're watching my channel. But yeah, the sponges, you should have some sponges, not kitchen sponges, they're like $1. Sand's not necessary. The cedar shavings are not necessary. Being in $3, why not? So, you may even have some gravel or something, just something to put back there for them to lay the eggs in, because they would not have it on just flat plastic. So that's something for them to lay their eggs in. Some tubes just to breed and stuff in and live in. So it's basically their home, and I'm gonna come back and give you everything you need for the frog. Okay, so here's the frog. I'm going to go over everything you need. I would suggest going to Petco. A much cheap place. They have sales all the time online. I'm always ordering over $50 orders online, and that's a constant thing, really. So, I get free shipping. I never pay shipping on just a few things. I normally like to buy a lot if I'm going to pay shipping, and by then I don't even have to pay shipping, so. Yeah, I got his bowl, his house, more eco art than actually really needed, and the tank, and the thermometer, and just everything for him, plus the frog, for about $120. It sounds like a lot, but I bought mine bit by bit, so, mostly everything bit by bit, so, yeah, that's kind of a thing for him, but this is just going to be a little care over him. Everything you'll need on a checklist, because nobody really gave me a checklist, so I had to figure it out my own self. Just gonna save you a lot of research, but for the log, I really like these. These are Mac logs here. They're pretty cheap. They're at Petco, and they're kind of like a bark half tree thing. And I got them for him just to hide in. But like I said, he likes the warmth, so he kind of stays out here in the open. But this is his water bowl. It's a large water bowl. It does not need a large, but it is suggested the bigger the better, and make sure the lip is not too big on it. If it's what you would think over around a half an inch or an inch, do not get it. So just look at it. If it's, I'll give you a reference size. The end of a pencil where the eraser and the eraser cap is, if it's bigger than that, do not get it. So, that's the thing. Or if it's bigger than a penny, do not get it. Do not get it if the lip is bigger than a penny. That's a good example. Everybody should have a penny on them. So, you know, it's around that. There you go. You'll need Eco Earth. I suggest Eco Earth. No moss. They do have a tendency to eat moss. He can pass through this Eco Earth. It's more broken up, but moss just kind of sticks, and it's stringy, and it's not good if they swallow it. Some people don't have problems. But, you know, it's just not suggested. I mean, he does just fine at this. Like I said, you can still see his colors. That ain't a problem, so. You need that. You also need a humidity gauge. I should have got that from the start. Make sure you get that, though. I got that whenever I got him, so. Humidity gauge is a must. You do not need live plants. But you have a pawpost plant. A lot of people have them. Take some scissors and clip some off of it and run with it. I mean, I'm not telling you to steal. I'm just saying they grow so fast. I mean, they won't even notice, really. So, it's like, you know, it's not borrowing. I mean, you are stealing, but, you know, it's helping the good, I guess you can say. But, pawpost plant's good. This is just a vine back here. He has a tendency to pick it up and run with it, and then lay it back down. He don't eat nothing off of it, but he just likes to carry it around, so. That's it right there, mashed up against that log, so he don't take it with him. Thermometer is good. I like the digital because you can bring it anywhere in the tank to figure out the temperature, and it's really quick. So that's the thing, versus a stick-on. With stick-ons are fine, but you'll probably have to have two of them, one for the cool side and one for the hot side, but ain't really nothing. You will need a heat mat. You do not need UVA or UVB. But normally you keep these guys at around 10 gallons, so it's really recommended that you do get a heat mat. You can have a heat lamp, but I've been through that. I can guarantee you it's not worth it. It dries the tank out. If you're not home all the time, which most of us either have school or work, then you're constantly going to be spraying this down. It's just, and they'll go into some kind of big long word, but yeah, they'll go in there where they enclose their body into the shell to hold in their moisture, and once it gets moist enough, then they'll shed off their shell and they'll eat it. So it's kind of nasty, but they'll do it, so do not let their humidity get too low. So that's a big thing, because frogs cannot dry out. So the heat mat is suggested. I went with the 5 to 15. I like it a whole lot better, being that it does cover half the cage. It does not get too hot. It gets right where I need it, 73. So it's in the 70s. You don't even want it in 80. So that's a big thing. And his water bowl, you know, that's basically water. Do not get water out of the sink. Get reverse osmosis water. It's at Walmart in the green cap for $1. I mean, and that $1 will last you a long while. So probably like a whole month. So that's pretty cheap. Basically, I had this light up here just for extra light. I got it for free, so if you watch my last video, you'll know how I got it for free. But yeah, I just lights up his tank. Make sure I can see him a little better. But other than spraying down the cage and giving him a cricket every other day, I give him 2 crickets. I mean, he's a bigger boy. He'll eat on crickets his whole life. It's just the best thing for him. And what they mean by gut loading, it's just feed them, don't not feed them. So, make sure you feed them. So, to go over the checklist, you'll need a box for the crickets. You'll need toilet paper tubes, some kind of substrate, and some sponges, and some dog food. You'll need a temperature gauge for the frog, a little hut, water bowl, substrate, deep substrate to be exact. Don't need a screen top, but it is recommended, and heat mat and thermometer. So that's basically the rundown for it. One thing I didn't mention was these right here. I keep the rag I cut in half, it's old rag, and put it over the top just to hold in humidity better. So yeah, this has been Toxic Aquariums. If you enjoy what I'm doing, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. So peace out, guys. That's pretty much it.